All right, so today we are going to change out this controller on my Pit Boss, I think it's like a 700, and then it's a Tractor Supply Special, so it's like a 700 TS or something. And I believe they are all the same as long as they have this. They seem to have two different types of controllers for their smokers. They have a vertical one, and then they have the horizontal one. So I actually just went ahead and purchased the controller on Amazon. It is made by, cannot remember the name of the company off the top of my head. I'll edit that in. The brand of this controller from Amazon is Wadio, however you say it. $3 cheaper than the one that Pit Boss has on their website. And I believe in most parts of the country you can get it the next day, which is pretty much why I decided to go with it. My old controller is completely melted down here in the bottom. It's still attached. Once I get it off, I'll show you guys a better shot. Apparently that happened from operating it in the rain while not having it covered, which I have done many times. So for it to finally happen after literal dozens of times of me doing it, I'm not too worried about it. All right, so I took the two screws off that hold the controller in. There's a bottom plate down here. It's got like 4 screws in it, I believe. I took that off to access all the electronics and stuff. So we're gonna cut these zip ties so I can get to that wire. Let me do that real quick. Okay, so I got the zip ties cut and got all the wires pulled out. As you can see there, it's really melted down. A couple things I've noticed. All the wire colors on the new controller they're all the same color. So I believe it's just plug and play. I'm just gonna unplug the corresponding wire and plug it back into the new one. There's a little block right here that I believe that's where the temperature sensor probe goes. There's nothing wrong with the temperature sensor in this particular grill, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna replace it. Even that part of the circuit board looks fine. And then this kit also comes with, you get one of those new little fuses, some mounting hardware. It's got the igniter probe, the temperature probe, and it has a new meat probe, which I do not believe the Pit Boss kit comes with any of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace these real quick, and then we'll get everything put back together. Let's fire the grill up and see if it works the same. All right, these connectors are kind of hard to get undone. So a trick I came up with is I got it just slightly separated, and then right above my thumb, you see that little gap right there? I was able to take one of these mini screwdriver blades and get it in there and just go ahead and kind of pry that the rest of the way off. So there's one little tip. Something else I've noticed is the Pit Boss controller has a yellow wire. The Amazon controller has an orange wire. I'm assuming they do the same thing, but just so you know, that is one little difference I've seen. Okay, so I put just a few pellets in there. I got everything zip tied back together, put the bottom back on, got the probe hooked up. So we are gonna go ahead and turn it on. I hear the auger running. I hear the fan running. I can see pellets dropping down in there. All right, so everything is working. We've got fire. We've got smoke. It fired up in the same amount of time that the factory controller took. A couple things I have noticed. You've got an adjustable P setting, which is actually adjustable on the factory Pit Boss controller, but it's kind of hard to change the setting if I remember. But what that is it your P setting is your pause in your auger running, turning off, running, and supplying the pellets into the burn pot. So the factory setting on a Pit Boss is a P4, which is like 15 seconds or something. Don't quote me on that. So I've got it set on P4, and then on the Pit Boss controller, it has your grill temp and your meat probe temp on the same screen. On this one, you have to hit that meat P button, and it'll flip it to your meat setting. Just hold it down, and it'll flip back to your temp settings. Oh, did you guys see that crazy little thing the screen did there? So that pretty much concludes my video here. That was super easy to replace. And I will update this video in a month or two, or when the controller dies. But happy grilling. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you found this video useful.